Okay, back to game. What was I doing? I was playing with hot plates and stuffs, so we broke that. We need to break this as well. Move it back over to the other side. Temporarily. Alright. Hot plates, hot plates. Oh, not quite the same temp. They're, I think, still warm enough to work on the anvil. Chain, please. See, there you go. You're gonna do this to me again, are you? You're only gonna let me move this way. Let me... Love it. Getting chilly while hammering molten iron. God damn it. Stop doing that to me. Breathing and starving while hammering metal. Alright, so there we go. We got our 9 chain. Everything's off. Everything's off. Let's see. Nah, I haven't repaired my clothes in forever. I got no fabric. Can't repair what you can't, you don't have materials for. Requires parts. Not a magic push button clothes repaired thing. Chain, leg armor, iron. Yay! Project finally complete. That is a boatload of work. A boatload. That is a lot of effort. Now that I have chain armor, I can make plate armor. Because you have to have the chain armor in order to make the plate armor. So, just takes iron plates. No problem. No fancy things needed. Just fire up the Helve hammer and start cranking out plates. We could switch to plate armor. I'm not sure it's worth it though. 2200 durability, 1.796, and the high damage tier resistant. Versus, I mean, that's a lot of durability. But it's also minus 33% healing, plus 24% hunger rate. I mean, it's a massive jump in negatives to go with that 0.4 hit points and 12%, as well as that super high durability. So, yeah. In order to make the chain, you got to have leather. And once you have the leather made into chain or on top of chain, then you can put plate mail on top of that. But I don't know about that that level there. That is quite the jump. I mean, maybe make it and then only put it on when you're about to go delving into the deep places. Don't wear this stuff when you're just rolling around in your base, like I've been doing stupidly. I've been unnecessarily increasing my hunger rate by wearing my armor, just running around inside my base. Should slip it on as you head out into dangerous areas, and then take it off again. So I don't know. Maybe I'll make the plate armor. Haven't decided yet. My goal was to get to the chain. Now we have done that. So go ahead and put that away. So fire's done. The big project I was planning for is done. We got 10 more iron ingots ready to be used, however. Let's see. Food, we've got our tools, got our mining bag. Go with pickaxe, shovel, backup axe. We need to go on a big tree chopping run. What I really need to do. I need to chop some serious trees. Ooh, 1.9 minus 1.9. Yeah, we can get a few trees chopped down before sun goes down. Whoa! Whoa! Apparently 1.3, you're not allowed to have snow. The snow just all went boink. They just noped right on out of here. Wonder if it's going to keep doing that as I move forward here and it updates each chunk. It's going to look funny if the snow just keeps disappearing on me. Alright. Oh, that's right. I need to bring the hoe out and hoe the hell out of that stuff. But for now, we're just going to chop a bunch of trees. Choppity choppity chop. Drop some new snow on the ground. .1. Oh, 0.0. So close to being positive. So close. Come on, give me a 0.1 on the positive side. You could do it. Uh-oh, the wolves are back. I'm going to have to test out getting bit by a wolf in the new armor. I don't expect to be immune, but I expect to be able to take, I don't know, 4 bites? 3 or 4, hopefully. So even if they surprise me now, I should be able to deal with them. You gotta think, at some point, you don't have to worry about those things. Oh, back to negative. Alright, let's head back to the charcoal pit. Firewood. Hey, lantern. In the offhand. Where it shouldn't be. Too far back the other. Alright, so do we do another single layer? I'm not sure. First, let's break a copper eye. Okay. Come on, guys. Stop nickel and diming me. Oh, they're in the cave, I think. Two, three, four. Need 6 more stacks. Alright, so we didn't get there this time. Let's get started in the morning. Check the chickens. How you doing, chickens? Uh-oh. That's the chicken I killed. Got eggs? We got eggs? Rooster gonna come after me? What is it? 7 or so? 7 or 8 chickens? Alright, Rooster, you need to get to work. Find the rooster. Oh, there you go. Hey, buddy. Get to work. Hey, goats. Goats haven't had food in quite a while. You actually did the 11 by 11? Yeah. That one's a little tricky because in order to do it that big, the dead center spot has to be where the campfire is. Then it goes 5 out in every direction from there. But I wouldn't want to try that. That's such a stupendous amount of wood. That is ridiculous. I did a 5 by 5 once, and I thought that was a chore and a half. 5 by 5 by 5, that is. It was a lot. Alright, so what am I working on? Could use a few more iron tools eventually, but I'm out of iron bloom, so we do need to do another iron mining run. Oh yeah. Pull those. Yeah, we'll just stack them over. Get another 6 poured. So, other than the 20 or so that's still in that crucible, we've only got a little bit of copper left also. So more mining, more mining. Yeah, the big problem, the number one problem with setting up those charcoal pits is, what I find is the big problem is if you right click when you're placing your dirt blocks, for example, on the top, if you accidentally aim at the wood instead of at a ground space or a nearby dirt block or something, it'll pick up one piece of the wood instead of placing your dirt block, and so you're constantly accidentally picking up just one little log here and there, and if you don't happen to notice, it screws the whole thing. So I always end up right at the very end when I'm covering it over, I end up accidentally picking one up and then looking in my inventory and saying, hey, where did that log come from? And then going, I have to dig it up and figure out where I accidentally picked one up from. Still got 800 units, so 8 more tools or bars. I'll probably do another 6 bars and then just leave the last 2 in case I need a, I don't know, an emergency item that I can just do a mold for. So, done in here for now. Stability's okay. Food's okay. I do need more wood to finish the pit. Midnight. We can go chop wood in the dark. It's not really a problem. It's just a little harder to find the trees. I would like to get it finished. But, like I said, do I want to... I could do a second layer. Haven't really been feeling the need to do huge charcoal amounts. I mean, it only takes a day to put this together, and that's quite a bit of smelting, metalworking you can do. Let's go over this way this time. Finish off this other copper pick or copper axe I didn't know about. When does spring start? I don't know. It's not really like, bam, spring has arrived. It has more to do with the temperatures. You can start growing as soon as the temperatures are within the allowable limits of your crops. So it can vary because when the world generates, you're positioned at a certain distance between the pole and the equator, and that's going to determine your temperature ranges in your area. So it's not going to be the same every game. Hey now. Oh, pulling a brave Sir Robin, huh? Gonna have to run away faster than that. Alright, we're finally to the iron axes. I'm just trying to blow up all of my copper tools so I can stop stockpiling them and carrying them around with me. Move to pure iron. Hey now. Growing spelt, 7 out of 9. So, spelt seed, for example, it notes cold resistant until -5. Heat resistant up until 40 degrees. So, it just depends on the plants. Some have better temperature tolerances than others. Here's some pretty bare bones trees over here. Excuse me. You know. So the 5:30 a.m. temperature is what I'm kind of paying attention to, or trying to pay attention to. It was down to -17 range for quite a while. Anticipating or waiting for it to start getting a little warmer. Show we're getting close to that time period. Big tree. All right. Here. Do 3 stacks. 4 stacks. Alright, so everything's complete, nice and even, no gaps. That's the part where you get in trouble, or where I get in trouble. So when I go to fill it in, I'll pick up my dirt, and I'll, instead of pointing there against the side of that dirt, I'll point where I want it to go, which does that. That right there. That's what gets you in trouble. You're okay if you place it against the side there, but now 99% of any other time, you're aiming where you want the thing to actually go, so you end up accidentally picking up a piece of wood. Bad. So, you gotta make sure you aim against the sides of the dirt, not down where you want the thing to actually go. The fact that we don't have deep snow on the ground is also, I guess, an indication that temperatures are a-changing. Alright, there we go. Get her fired up. Can you make an indoor farm? Yeah, as mentioned, there is a greenhouse that can be made. It's got certain specific things that have to be, you have to build it within, parameters-wise. It has to have a certain amount of glass for sunlight and certain size requirements and limitations and so on. But once it's built, it doesn't just automatically let you grow crops year-round. It raises the temperature inside the greenhouse by 5 degrees. So it will extend the length of time that you can grow crops successfully, but it's not going to let you grow crops when it's -30 outside if you're in a particularly cold area. But yeah, you get a 5-degree boost versus the outside temperature. Alright, let's drop off some stuff. Got other pesky gear into our collection. We have too many sticks. Too many saplings. Yeah, let's just make another box. The answer is always, let's just make another box. Six in the morning. Let's go watch a sunrise. I haven't seen a sunrise in a while. Now that it's finally starting to warm up. Neg 12, 13 at 6 o'clock. Alright, so yeah, it's getting warmer. Nice purple skies. Damn it, my sunrise enjoyment is being spoiled by shivering. Wonder how warm it has to get before the lake starts to unfreeze. Still haven't made it out of my first box of stew. Oh, man. Oh, man. What percentage? Maybe 15%, 20%. If that. And that was with me being really, really cavalier about my hunger rates. I mean, I haven't even made it out of my first box of stew. We have another box, and another box, and most of another box, and we've got porridge, and we've got bread, and more porridge, and we've got grain for about 1 million more bread, and we've got jam. So, yeah. I'm massively overprepared. I had no idea how much to make, so I didn't know, I hadn't been through a full winter yet. And like I said, I've been just massively wasting so much food by cranking up my hunger rate with wearing armor around my base. I mean, this stuff's raising my hunger rate a pretty substantial amount. Plus me sprinting everywhere and so on. So, I mean, I could have saved a ton of food if I was picky about it. But I didn't see a point once I started to figure out just how much time was going by and how much food I had stockpiled. I was like, ah. Oh yeah, better to have too much. Now I have some kind of an idea. I have some scale to work with for future reference. That does mean I'll save a whole bunch of time not having to do this kind of stockpile in the first year. Maybe I'll do like 2 boxes of stew, whatever jam I can make, and some porridge or bread, and that's about it. That would probably get me through the winter easily. So, that's what I'm wondering. I'm not sure I can even eat all the food I've got before it spoils, even when it had a 1.5-year time frame on it. I mean, this stuff's got 90 days, 1 year. But I mean, there's only 9 days per month, so that's what? 108 per year. So I'm not planning on making any food items for quite a while. And it's not like there's better. I can't make better. You can make the good stuff right out of the gate as soon as you have crocks and cooking pots. So, yeah. Oh, everything is sealed. Everything's already been sealed. This stuff's all sealed. Every single thing you see in here has been sealed. So, either with beeswax or with animal fat. They are the max length of time. Yep, once you you pour the food into the crock, you can just put the crock in the space with either animal fat or beeswax. And that'll seal the crock and give it even longer lifetime. Never found a single bee. Trick to finding bees is go to forests and then turn your volume up quite a bit, and you'll hear them buzzing. That's the way you find bees, by the sound. So if you don't have your sound settings and set properly, or you got a lot of background noise and you're not using headphones or something, it might be tough. I've never had a problem finding bees, but I've got a high quality set of headphones and decent sound settings, and I can usually hear them quite a ways off. Alright, we're warm enough. What was I working on? Got our charcoal going, so that'll get us ahead of the curve there. We're all set again. Great. Keep stacking those up. More dose of you. What I was trying to do. Yeah, it's biome specific. I'm tempted while we have daylight to let's do it. Let's go grab this thing. This won't take long to heat, so as soon as this is done, I pour it. We'll go grab some wild reeds, so I can at least get another batch of honey done. I don't have a bucket full yet. I've only got 18.75 liters. That's nowhere near a full barrel. If anything, for winter preparation, the one thing I failed at was I didn't stockpile enough of the reeds, the cattails, to just continuously be producing skeps all winter long and just have massive amounts of honey. So, and I had one unfortunate incident with raccoons. Raccoons took out half of my hives before I noticed. $150 liters of honey. That's a lot of honey. That is a lot of honey. Good luck actually using that. Yeah, you need to jump that character onto a multiplayer server and go into the honey selling business. Alright, 2 units, or 2 tools left, 200 units. We'll just leave that the way it is. That'll get us another 6 bars. I'll be comfortable with that amount laying around for copper. So, I'll mine a little bit more copper when we dig in another, the millionth rich copper vein. Let's go do a few minutes worth of reed collecting out on the lake. Grab some of these wild reeds. Whee! Sail right on past. I like how you have to knock the block out in order to collect the reed. Yeah, I'm skidding all over the place. Oh. Try to find some better accumulations. Doesn't really help if no adjacent... Oh, come on now. Don't do me dirty like that. That was a little better. Temporal storm! No! Terrible timing. Right in the middle of the day. Gonna blow all my daylight hours. Don't need loose flint. How much did we got? Just over 1 stack. Yeah, it takes so long to gather this stuff. Once the pond starts refreshing, a lot easier because I got a really heavy concentration in one area. If your stability drops to 0, you transition to Rust World, which basically means your screen goes all wobbly and enemies constantly spawn to kill you. It's a bad thing. Everything is just a little too far apart for convenience. Alright, a couple more and we're out of here. I am going to miss being able to run across the lake. That's been kind of fun. Hey, 2 stacks. Exactly 2? Exactly 2 stacks. Yeah. Hey bees! Who wants to volunteer? Oh, 1 set of angry bees. Alright, bees are mostly taken care of. Much as I'm planning on taking care of them. Doesn't really matter. Trouble. Another crock for the shelf. Wow, looks nice. Iron, iron, iron. Not carrying a million duplicates. Get rid of that knife and that sword. Got what? Damn it, 2 more swords to go. Guess I can finally ditch the obsidian knife. Never gonna use it. Alright, we're pretty good on supplies. The snow is disappearing fast. The lake is going to start melting relatively soon. Convoluted path. Home of our future flax farm. There's that clay I was digging into. Just gotta get a hoe out here, hoe these two down. Actually, it's only really important. Well, yeah, I need to hoe them both. I gotta fence it. Yeah, we got stuff we still need to do. Temperature is actually starting. Look at that. We're at 0.0. So, I want to make sure I'm ready for when springtime hits. Flax is my absolute #1 priority. It's the only thing pretty much slowing me down now. So, we'll get this prepped, and we're going to start doing a bunch of running around the world looking for more flax seeds. Alright, you look kind of pathetic. You too. Can't wait for all these trees to just go bonk. Gonna be funny. Maybe. Possible. Fifth. Alright, temp's good, food's good, stability's good, everything's good. Let's put a save in here. I'm gonna go ahead and take my midday break. Got a little bit of an earlier start today, so I'm gonna go do that, and then I'll be back in a couple hours, and we'll continue with Vintage Story. I might do a technical test. I got a game I want to do a technical test, so hopefully a few of you are hanging out and can tell me if things look good on the game I want to technical test. So, hope to see you then. Thanks for watching, everybody. Catch you next time. Stay safe out there.